Okay, now we'll continue with a short sketch of the life and teachings of Lord Chaitanya, the preacher of Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he was preaching the Srimad Bhagavatam both through his pastimes and through his teachings. So Srila Prabhupada gives a short sketch here. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great apostle of love of God and the father of the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord, advented himself at Sridham Mayapur, a quarter in the then city of Navadvip in Bengal, on the Phalguni Purnima evening in the year 1407 Shakabda, corresponding to February 18, 1486 by the Christian calendar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the great apostle of love of God. He promoted Prema Bhakti, Prema Pumartho Mahan. His teaching, as per the Srimad Bhagavatam, is one must aim to satisfy Krishna. Atmendriya Pritivansha Tare Boli Kam, Krishnendriya Priti Ichha Dhore Prema Nam. Here we have Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, chapter 4, text 165. The desire to gratify one's own senses is kama, lust, but the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is prema, love. So, this is what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to preach. And he is the father of the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Ajanulam Bhidabhujau Kanakavadhato Sankirtanaika Pitaro. He and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, they are the ones who founded the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord from the scriptures. In this age, his father Sri Jagannath Mishra, a learned Brahmana from the district of Sylhet, Sylhet is now in Bangladesh, came to Navadvip as a student because at that time Navadvip was considered to be the center of education and culture. Navadvip remained so even after the Nyaya school developed their techniques of Navya Nyaya in Navadvip. Navadvip was quite famous. He domiciled means he resided, he settled on the bank of the Ganges after marrying Srimati Shachi Devi, a daughter of Srila Nilambar Chakravarti, the great learned scholar of Navadvip. Jagannath Mishra had a number of daughters by his wife Srimati Shachi Devi, but they all expired at an early age. The two surviving sons, Sri Vishwarup and Vishwambhar, became at last the object of their parental affection. The 10th child and youngest son, Vishwambhar, later became known as Nimai Pandit, and then, after accepting the renounced order of life, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vishwarup, we learn from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates, was actually an expansion of Balaram, and Vishwambhar is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself. So initially he was known as Vishwambhar, then later he became known as Nimai Pandit. Nimai was the name his mother gave actually. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his transcendental activities for 48 years and then disappeared from this mortal world in the year 1455 Shakabda at Puri. For his first 24 years he remained at Navadvip as a student and householder. His first wife was Srimati Lakshmi Priya, who died at an early age when the Lord was away from home. Srimati Lakshmi Priya is an incarnation of Lakshmi, and her death is just apparent. This has been elaborately explained by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his commentary to Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. When he returned from East Bengal, he was requested by his mother to accept a second wife, and he agreed. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to East Bengal for teaching and for earning his livelihood as a Brahmana householder. And it was at that time that Srimati Lakshmi Priya Devi, who could not tolerate the Lord's separation, she manifested the pastime of dying. And when the Lord, when he returned back from East Bengal, his mother was very, very disturbed, and she requested him to please accept a second wife, and he agreed. His second wife was Srimati Vishnupriya Devi, who bore the separation of the Lord throughout her life, because the Lord took the order of sannyas at the age of 24 when Srimati Vishnupriya was barely 16 years old. So Vishnupriya Devi, uh, she is also an incarnation of another Lakshmi. And after the Lord took sannyas, Vishnupriya Devi demonstrated the appropriate type of austerity a woman should do. She would eat as many grains, as many rounds of Hare Krishna mantra that she would chant. And Prabhupada said this is austerity. So she would cook that many grains and then she would eat. Ideal. Lord Chaitanya was ideal as a sannyasi. Srimati Vishnupriya Devi was ideal as a Vairagini also. After taking sannyas, the Lord made his headquarters at Jagannath Puri due to the request of his mother Srimati Shachi Devi. The Lord remained for 24 years at Puri. For 6 years of this time, he travelled continuously all over India and especially throughout southern India, preaching the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord said that he is going to find out where his brother Vishwarup had gone, and on that pretext, he said he would travel to South India and he started preaching the message of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Chaitanya not only preached the Srimad Bhagavatam but propagated the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita as well in the most practical way. How he did so, Prabhupada is going to describe now. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna is depicted as the absolute personality of Godhead, and his last teachings in that great book of transcendental knowledge instruct that one should give up all other modes of religious activities and accept him, Lord Sri Krishna, as the only worshipable Lord. The Lord then assured that all his devotees would be protected from all sorts of sinful acts, and that for them there would be no cause for anxiety. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Unfortunately, despite Lord Sri Krishna's direct order and the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, less intelligent people misunderstand him to be nothing but a great historical personality, and thus they cannot accept him as the original personality of Godhead. Such men with a poor fund of knowledge are misled by many non-devotees. Thus, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita were misinterpreted even by great scholars. After the disappearance of Lord Sri Krishna, there were hundreds of commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita by many erudite scholars, and almost every one of them was motivated by self-interest. Krishna's message in the Bhagavad Gita is very simple and clear. He himself, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, this is towards the end, 18.64 of the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva guhyatamam bhuya shunu me paramam vajaha ishtosi me dridham eti tato vakshyami te hitam. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction. Notice this. Paramam vachaha, the supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Sarvaguhyatamam, the most confidential of all. Okay? Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit. He is saying, again I am saying this for you, because he had already mentioned this earlier. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. And then, look, a little further. Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshva bhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mame vaishyatya shamshayaha. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Look at this. He is referring to this as the most confidential secret. So it is very clear that Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru and sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha is a supreme teaching of Bhagavad Gita. This is a very, very simple point. You do not need to be a great Sanskrit scholar to understand the simple teaching of Bhagavad Gita. But when you do not follow the disciplic succession, this simple point gets clouded. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clarifies the teachings of Bhagavad Gita practically. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the self same Lord Sri Krishna. This time, however, he appeared as a great devotee of the Lord in order to preach to the people in general as well as to religionists and philosophers about the transcendental position of Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord and the cause of all causes. The essence of his preaching is that Lord Sri Krishna, who appeared at Vrajabhumi Vrindavan as the son of the king of Vraja, Nanda Maharaj, is the supreme personality of Godhead and is therefore worshipable by all. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanaya. Vrindavan Dham is not different from the Lord because the name, fame, form, and place where the Lord manifests himself are all identical with the Lord as absolute knowledge. Tadhama Vrindavanam, and his abode is Vrindavan. And that Vrindavan Dham is also worshipable. Therefore, Vrindavan Dham is as worshipable as the Lord. The highest form of transcendental worship of the Lord was exhibited by the damsels of Vrajabhumi in the form of pure affection for the Lord. Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadu Varghena Ya Kalpita. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends this process as the most excellent mode of worship. He accepts the Srimad Bhagavata Purana as the spotless literature for understanding the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. And he preaches that the ultimate goal of life for all human beings is to attain the stage of prema or love of God. Prema Pumartho Mahan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatradara Nah Paraha. We have supreme attraction to these teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Many devotees of Lord Chaitanya like Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Sri Lochan Das Thakur, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Sri Kavikarnapura, Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, and in this later age, within 200 years, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti, Sri Baladev Vidyabhushana, Sri Shyamananda Goswami, Sri Narottam Das Thakur, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and at last Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our spiritual master, and many other great and renowned scholars and devotees of the Lord have prepared voluminous books and literatures on the life and precepts of the Lord. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has written the celebrated book Chaitanya Bhagavata. Sri Lochan Das Thakur is the famous author of Sri Chaitanya Mangala. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has presented this magnificent book called Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the final word on the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Kavikarnapura has written many interesting books. He's written Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. He has written Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. He's written Gauraganodesha, many interesting books. Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati, he wrote Chaitanya Chandramrita. He also wrote Navadvipa Shataka. He wrote a commentary on the Gopala Tapani Upanishad. Many interesting, beautiful books he's written. Then of course you have the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan.